Okay, all right. So now let us go to the tadrib, at-tadribat. Naam. At-tadribul awal. So this is sahih atau khata, correct or wrong. Da alamata sahih. Okay, put the sign, the alamat sign sahih. We call it sahih, correct. Amamal jumlata sahiha, in front of the sahih jumlah. Jumlah means sentence, in front of the correct sentence. Wa alamata khata, and the khata sign, the wrong sign. And wrong sign amamal jumlatil khata, in front of the wrong sentence. So this is the word khata that I read just now. Khata, wrong. And this is the word sahih or sahiha, correct, that I read just now. Thumma, then, sahih. Sahih al-khata. Sahih here means correct. Okay, correct the khata. So if the sentence is correct, then you just put sahih. But if the sentence is khata, you say this is khata, this is wrong, but you need to make correction. How do you correct the sentence? Okay, especially the information in the sentence. So how do you correct that sentence? Let us look at the first one. Now, okay, al-jumla al-ula. Naam. Aisha, can you read for me? Can you read for us? Al-jumla al-ula.
Faidul qiraati kasiratun.
Faidul qiraati kathiratun. Okay, this word is fawaidu. Okay, not faidu, fawaidu. Naam. Fawaidul qiraati kathira. Naam. Fawaidul qiraati kathira. Anyone knows what is fawaidu?
The benefit.
The benefits. Yes, shukran, Aisha. Yes, this is benefits. This is jama' word. All right. So make sure you put this in your notes. Jama'. This is jama', and the singular or the mufrad for this word is faidatun. Faidah. So we say faidah. Faidah means benefit. One benefit, faidah. Two benefits, faidatani. You add the alif nun. Okay, that we said just now. Faidatani. Or you can also say faidataini. Also means two faidah, two benefits. And jama is fawaid. Fawaidul qiraati kathira. The benefits of qira'ah, reading. The benefits of reading, kathira, a lot. So there are many benefits of reading. Sahih, khata?
Sahih.
Naam, haza sahih. Sahih. Al-jumla al-ula, sahiha. Al-jumla thaniya, the second sentence. Naam. Iqra, izati. Al-jumla thaniya. Iqra'i, izati. Sorry. Yes, I should say iqra'i. We have learned the fi'il amar. Correct? Iqra is for male. If you want to say to a girl or to a woman, then you say iqra'i. Just like izhabi. Yes, izati, iqra'i. Yes, Izati, do you hear me? Okay, Tasnim, read this for me, Tasnim. I'll come back to you, Izati.
Sir, number 3?
Number 2.
Oh, okay. B, Ria. So what is this? I'm sorry, sir, I'm confused with the...
Birriyadati.
Okay, B, Ria, Dati, Yastati'u,
Yes.
Lisanu,
Al-insanu.
Al-insanu, An Yarifa, An Yarifa, Laqba, Rafil.
This is not la, this is alif a. Al-akhbar.
Al-Akbara fi al-alami.
Fil alami, yes. Birriyadati yastati'ul insanu an ya'rifal akhbara fil alami. Birriyadati. Okay. Riyada, anyone knows what is riyada?
Exercise.
Exercise, yes, riyada is exercise. Exercising, you say riyada. Sports, that is riyada. Be riyada, so be here is by doing, you say be. By doing exercises or by doing riyada, yastati means able. Al-insan, human. The human is able. We say yastati. If you want to say I am able, astati. This is fi'l mudari. Okay, this is the present tense. Astati, I'm able. Astati'u al-qira'ah, I can read. I'm able to read. Yastati'ul insan, insan, human is able to an ya'rifa, to know. Ya'rif means know. Ya'rifu. A'rifu, I know. Ta'rifu, you know. So he is able to know al-akhbar. Al-akhbar, news. Fil alam, in the world. Sahih, khata'? نعم تسنيم صحيح أو خطأ؟
صحيح.
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 نعم صحيح. نعم صحيح. But look again. Sorry. Look again at the sentence. Here they say رياضة. So sports. So is it by practicing sport you'll be able to know the news?
I'm confused now.
So according to our lesson, how do you know the news of the world? In our lesson, it is not riyada. It's not by doing sport. It is by doing what? What is the topic of our hiwar, our conversation, or our lesson? How do you say reading? Look at the hiwar, look at the text again. How do you say reading?
قراءة.
Al-qira'ah. Okay, al-qira'ah. Okay, what is that, Tasnim? What is the word?
Al-qira'ah.
Al-qira'ah. So you replace this word with al-qira'ah. It should not be al-riyada. It should be al-qira'ah. So al-qira'ah. But here, you need to add this letter B. By, because you want to say by reading. Okay, by reading, the person will be able to know the news. Bil qira'ati yastati'. Okay, if they ask you this kind of question in the exam, write the whole sentence. Okay, don't just give me bil qira'ah, that's all. No. Bil qira'ah yastati' al-insan. Okay, so you write until the end of the sentence. Fi al-alam. Right? So don't do this. Don't do ... No. Right? So you have to write the full sentence. Naam. So this is the answer for number 2. Not riyada, laysa riyada, but al-qira'ah, reading. Rakam salasa. Izzati.
Yes, Ustaz.
Yes, iqra'i Izzati.
Al-qira'ah miftahul ilmi.
Sahih. Al-qira'atu miftahul ilmi. So qira'ah, reading. Miftah. Miftah is key. Miftah means the key. The key for al-ilm, for knowledge. Sahih atau la?
Sahih.
Sahih. Naam. Okay, al-qira'atu miftahul ilmi. Reading is the key for knowledge. So for example, in the exam, they ask you to write some sentences about reading. You can write this. Al-qira'a miftahu al-ilmi. Naam. Rakam 4. Naam, 4. Jahan, iqra'i rakam 4.
يقضي علي ساعة واحدة في المكتبة للقراءة.
Naam, sahih. Yaqdi Aliyun, or you can just say Ali. Alright? Yaqdi Ali sa'atan wahidatan. Yaqdi Ali sa'a wahida fil maktabati. Or you can just read fil maktaba. Actually, the last symbol of the word, you can skip that symbol, especially when we speak. When we speak, nobody will say Aliyun. They will say Ali only.
We
Ali.
need to waqf.
Again, yes, waqaf.
Waqf.
That is when you speak, right? But when you read, of course, if you read the Quran, you cannot do the waqaf for all of the word. You have to continue, right? And you only do the waqaf when the sentence is complete. Yes, then you stop. Okay, but when we read, so you can do waqaf as long as the meaning is correct, then you can do waqaf. Okay, especially for names, sometimes you can do waqaf as well. So yaqdi Ali sa'a wahida. So that is if you read it on your own, you want to read fast. Of course, you will not read yaqdi aliyun sa'atan wahidatan. It will take too much of your time, right? So when we read to understand the text, you can skip that at the ending of the word. You can just read yaqdi Ali sa'a wahida fil maktaba. You see, I don't read the ending of that word. Sa'a wahida fil maktaba lil qira'ah. That is how you read the text for the sake of understanding the meaning. No need to read, right? Okay. And the other thing, so all these endings, these are related to grammar. So when it is in the grammar lesson, of course, not in our class, maybe in the future you are interested in learning more about Arabic, and you join a grammar lesson, for example, then they will, when you read the sentence, you will have to read it with all this ending, aliyun, or is it aliyun, is it aliyan, is it aliyin? Because all this ending, if you change the ending, the meaning might change slightly. All right, because of the changes in the grammar function. Yaqdi Ali, Ali spends sa'a wahida. Okay, how many hours here? Sa'a wahida. Sa'a, in our lesson we said sa'a, hour, but here how many hours?
Wahid, one.
Wahid, one. So he spent 1 hour. Ali yaqdi sa'a wahida fil maktaba, in the library. Sa'a wahida fil maktaba lil qira'ah. Lil qira'ah. Li for, and qira'ah is the word al-qira'ah just now. Lil qira'ah. For reading. So this word lil qira'ah, this is actually, I have explained this when we learn this word in the text, but I will explain this again. This is actually combination of the word li plus al-qira'ah. Li plus al-qira'ah. So li is 2, al-qira'ah is reading. When you combine the words like this, li together with alif lam, what do? You have to skip, you have to remove this alif lam. So when we combine, we don't write lam and alif and lam like this. No, this is wrong. Okay, but what do is lam, you skip that alif, you just write the other lam. This is how you join lam to alif lam. Okay, right. Fa lil qira'ah, for reading. Sahih?
Sahih.
He spent, okay, let us check. It is sahih, 1 hour?
2 hours.
2 hours, so
Yeah.
2 hours.
Okay.
Okay, so this is khata. Right, this is khata. So how do you correct the sentence? How do we correct the sentence?
So the time, what is the meaning of 2?
So how do you say 2 hours from the lesson? So
Sir,
yeah.
sa'ataini.
Sa'ataini, yes. Thank you.
Sa'ataini.
Yes, Jahan. Sa'ataini. So it is either sa'atani or sa'ataini, yes. Okay. So but in the sentence here, we choose sa'ataini. So you have to write the whole sentence. Yaqdi Ali sa'ataini. You replace that. Sa'ataini. Yaqdi Ali sa'ataini fil maktabah. Naam, lil qira'ah. Okay, sa'ataini. You don't have to put the number 2. It's nataini. No need to put number 2, because when you say sa'ataini with that aini, ya and nun, people understand it is 2. Right. Al-an at-tadrib, su'al al-khamis, number 5. Azam is here. Okay, Azam is here.
Sorry, Ustaz, for coming today.
Okay. Next time, please come early. Naam. Aisyah, iqra'i Aisyah, number 5, rakam 5.
نعرف تاريخ الأجداد بواسطة القراءة.
Yes. Na'rifu tarikh al-ajdadi biwasitatil qira'ah. Okay, good. Na'rifu. This is from the word ya'rifu. Okay, what is this? What does it mean?
We
Yeah.
know.
We know, yes. Ya'rifu, he knows. Na'rifu, this is we know. So na'rifu. We know, or we will be able to know tarikh al-ajdad, the history of, what is this word? Ajdad. This is in the text.
Ancestors.
Ancestors. Nah. So this is sahih. This is from the word jaddun. Grandfather, you call him jad. So the plural for the word jaddun is ajdad. So our ancestors, our great grandfathers. Tarikh al-ajdad. So we know the history of our ancestors. Bi wasitatil qira'ah. Bi wasita. These are two words. Bi wasita, two words. The first word is bi, by or with. So be, sometimes you translate it as by doing, that is be. Sometimes you translate it as with. So here it is with. With the means. Wasita is means. With the way. Al-qira'ah, reading. By the means of reading. By reading. Okay, so we will be able to know the history of our ancestors by reading. Nah, sahih. Sahih أو خطأ Aisyah?
صحيح.
نعم هذا صحيح. طيب فهذا هو التدريب الأول. This is the تدريب, the exercise number 1. الآن نأتي إلى التدريب الثاني. Now we go to the second التدريب الثاني. تدريب number 2. أجب عن الأسئلة الآتية. أجب, answer. This is فعل أمر. This is فعل أمر. أجب, we say answer. Anil as'ilati. So this word an, literally it is about, but when you say ajib an, we don't translate this word an, because the word ajib, normally if you want to say answer this, answer that, you will have to use both words. You will have to say ajib an, answer this question, ajib an as-su'al, ajib an su'al. Okay, so this phrase means ajib, answer. Al-as'ila, questions. As'ila, questions. Al-atiyah, the following. Naam. Rakam wahid. Azam, iqra rakam wahid. Just read the questions.
رقم واحد. بما تدعو سورة الألق.
Again, the first two words.
بما تبدأ سورة الألق.
Okay, sahih. Bima tabda'u. But this word, do not read tabda'u. I heard you say tabda'u with ain. No, that is not correct. The correct pronunciation is tabda'u. Try this, Azam.
تبدأ.
Yes, good. Not tabda'u.
Yes.
Okay, yes, because this is hamza, not ain. Okay, good. So bima tabda'u suratul alaq. Bima. Okay, look at this word. Bima. This word, bima, is actually short for B and maza. Two words. B and maza. So what is B? Just now we said B.
By.
By or with. By or with. Depends. Okay. Maza.
What?
What? So bimaza, with what? With what? That is the literal translation of bimaza. With what? Bima, the same meaning. With what? Bima tabda'u suratul alaq. Tabda'u means start. Start is tabda. Suratul alaq, of course you know the meaning. Surah of al-alaq, the chapter, the verse, the chapter of al-alaq. So with what does this chapter of al-alaq starts? So what is the first verse in this chapter? Surah al-alaq. The verse that is mentioned in our topic, our conversation. Yes. So what is the ayah? What is the verse?
Iqra bismi rabbikal ladzi khalaq.
Sahih. That is the ayah. Iqra bismi rabbikal ladzi khalaq. So you can just write the ayah. Okay, you go back to the text. This is the ayah. Iqra bismi rabbikal ladzi khalaq. Now, so you can just put the ayah in the sentence, or you can also write the full sentence. You start from here. Tabda'u. So we say tabda'u suratu al-alaq. Okay, so how do you join this phrase with, or this sentence with the verse? You need to use this letter B. Okay, do you notice this B here? So you have to use that word. So we say tabda'u suratul alaq bi. Since this is ayah Qur'aniyah, Quranic verse, so you might want to put that in a bracket just to indicate that this is a Quranic verse. So B, and then you write the ayah. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaqa. Naam. Okay. So this is how you answer the question. Again, tabda'u starts B. Start with. So tabda'u B. Yes. Hadha huwa as-su'al al-awwal. Naam. Anything you want to ask? Su'al al-awwal. Okay. Al-an na'ti ila su'al al-thani. Now we go to the second su'al. Naam. As-su'al al-thani. Naam. Iqra. Iqra su'al thani Tasnim. Yes.
Alama ta'dudu hani
Hazihil
hazihil yatu.
ayatu.
Hazihil ayatu. Aqra'u bilusmi rabbikal lazi khalaqa.
Okay. This is not aqra'u. You see this symbol in the Quran. Only in the Quran you see this symbol. Okay. This is not a or e or u. No. This symbol is to indicate that this alif has a sign, but it is not written. So how do you read this? Of course, when you learn the Quran, then your Quran teacher will give you some tips. How do you read this one? But since we have learned Arabic, how do you read this one? You have to look at the word. What word is this? This is fi'il amar. Iqra. So how do you read the word? Iqra. So then this is, yes, this is iqra and not aqra'u. So again, this symbol is not a. Right? So when you look at the Quran, this symbol, it means that this letter has a symbol. But what is that symbol? We do not know. Whether it is E, whether it is A, whether it is O, it will depend. So if you ask your Quran teacher, they will say you have to look at the middle letter here. Your Quran teacher will say that. If you look at the middle, if the middle letter is A, then this is, most of the time, this is E. So we read Iqra. If the middle letter is E, then this alif, the alif with this symbol is also E. If this middle letter is U, then this alif is U. That is the typical answer of your Quran teacher. They will reply, they will respond to your question by explaining that, by looking at the middle letter. But if you ask your Arabic teacher, they will not say, sometimes they will also say that, say, look at the middle letter. But sometimes we say that, okay, what is this word? This is fi'il amar. So how do you read this word? Of course, it is iqra and not, yes, it is iqra, because we learned that in the verbs, the list of the words. We say iqra, we don't say aqra. Because if you say aqra, it means something else. It is changed to fi'il mudari, present tense. Aqra'u, I read. So by doing that, though you will be able to read the Quran correctly. Iqra bismi rabbika lazi khalaq. Okay, we look at the question again. Alama. Sorry. Alama. Not alama. Yeah. Tasnim. Alama. So you have a long sound here. Alama. Alama, this is short for ala and maza. Again, I repeat. This word alama is actually ala and maza. Ala means on. Maza means what? On what? That is the literal meaning of the word alama. Tadullu shows. That is tadullu. Hazihil ayah. This ayah. This verse. So the meaning of the sentence is, so this verse, what does it show? That is the meaning of the sentence. Ala maza. What this ayah shows. Okay. So just like to say, maza, what? So what this ayah, what do you understand from this ayah? This tells us to do what? What does this ayah tell us to do? Is it about sport? Is it about holiday? Is it about ibadah? Is it? Yes. Okay, this is about what? Give me one word. Our topic. Our topic is about
Qira'ah.
qira'ah. So this ayah is about qira'ah. It's about reading. So you can answer. You say tadullu hazihil ayah. So you start with the word tadullu. Start here. Tadullu hazihil ayah. Tadullu hazihi. Of course, I don't write the vowels because I'm able to read. But if you are not sure how to read this word, then you have to put the vowel, all this fatha, a, u, and i. Tadullu. Okay. Tadullu hazihi. Tadullu hazihil ayatu. Okay. Ala. You need this word. Ala. You need this word. Ala, because this word ala comes together with the fi'il tadullu. So everyone, you want to say this verse tells about, okay, shows about, then you have to say ala. Tadullu ala. So what is the word again, Aisha? Just now you said
Lil qira'ah.
ala al-qira'ah. Yes. Hazihi hiya aw hadha huwa al-jawab. This is the answer. Tadullu hazihil ayatu ala al-qira'ah. Okay, so this ayah tells us about al-qira'ah, about reading. Okay, and not about sports and something else. Naam. هذا هو السؤال الثاني. الآن السؤال الثالث. Third question. السؤال الثالث. نعم. السؤال الثالث. إزاتي. اقرأي إزاتي.
Is
رقم.
Kam sa'atan yakti aliyun waqtahu lil qira'ah.
نعم. صحيح. كم ساعة. كم ساعة يقضي علي وقته للقراءة. Okay, what is this? كم ساعة? We have this phrase in our text, in our conversation.
How many hour?
How
long?
many hour? Yes, how long? Correct. So kam sa'atan. Kam, how many? Sa'a, hour. So how long? How many hours? Ali spends. Yaqdi Ali waqtahu. Waqtahu. So these are two words. Waqtun and hu. His waqt, his time. So how long does Ali spend his time? How many hours does Ali spend his time? Lil qira'ah, for reading. Nah. Okay, so how many hours? In the text it says 2 hours. Again, what is the word 2 hours?
Sa'ataini.
Sa'ataini. Yes. So how do we put that sa'ataini in the sentence? Where do we start the sentence?
Yaqti.
Yaqdi. Good. Yes. So you can start the sentence here. Yaqdi aliyun waqtahu lil qira'ah. But where do you put the word sa'ataini? You can replace this word waqtahu. Replace it with the word. Replace it with the time. How many hours? Sa'ataini. Okay, so the sentence is yaqdi aliyun sa'ataini lil qira'ah. Yaqdi aliyun sa'ataini. So if you write your essay later, you want to say I spend 2 hours, this is how do you say it. Yaqdi, aqdi. Of course, you have to change from yaqdi to aqdi. Okay, you want to say I. Aqdi waqti aqdi sa'ataini lil qira'ah. Naam. Hadza as-su'alu thalith. الآن السؤال الرابع. السؤال الرابع. نعم. السؤال الرابع. نعم. اقرأي عائشة. السؤال الرابع.
Ma'a man yumarisu aliyul al-qira'ah.
نعم. مع من يمارس علي al-qira'ah. Nah, ma'aman. Okay, what is this? Ma'aman.
With who?
With whom? Yes, sahih. With who? With whom? With. Ma'aman yumarisu. Okay, this is a new word. Yumarisu. I'm not sure whether we have learned this word. Yumarisu means to do, to practice. So when you say yumarisu, I do an activity. So you say yumarisu. So normally this word is used together with one activity. So for example, you want to say I practice reading. So you can say yumarisu al-qira'ah. Or I umarisu. You change to I. Umarisul qira'ah. I practice reading. Or I read. When do you read? When you do that activity. So you will use the word umarisu. So I do some sports. Umarisu. I practice. Umarisu ar-riyadha. Okay. So that is how do we use the word yumarisu or umarisu together with certain activities. Nah. So ma'aman yumarisu aliyun al-qira'ah. With whom does Ali do, or does Ali practice, or does Ali read? So you can translate that. With whom does Ali read? Ma'aman. Does he read that with his friend, with his brother, with his sister, or alone? Do you have that in the text? Did he mention that he read with someone else? Or is he reading alone from the text? What do you think? If you look at the text, Ali says, so Ali didn't say anything. Ali just say, Aqdi sa'ataini yaumiyan fil maktabah lil qira'ah. Okay, he did not say I read with my friend. Okay, so he reads alone. So how do you say he reads alone? Now we want to say he reads alone. Right. So this is the word. To say alone, okay, you use this word. Waw hadal. That is number one. Okay, the word is wahda. Wahda. But you don't just say wahda. If you want to say alone, you need to link that word to the person. Is it I? Is it he? Is it she? Is it we? So alone here is referring to whom? If you want to say I am alone. So what do? You add this to the domir e. Remember the ya, the e, that is when you want to say me or my, right? So together with this word wah, if you want to say me alone, you say wahdi. That is how you say alone. But this is for I. Okay, that is number one. But if you want to say he is alone. He reads alone. Okay. So if you want to say he alone, you use the same word, which is wahdi just now, or wahda. But what is the domir that you should use? Is it ka?
Yaqra.
No. Listen first. Wahda, you want to use this with he. Okay. When you say yaqra, that is a verb. Okay, we don't want a verb. We want to say he alone. All right. Okay, look at this word again. You want to say alone, but it is I alone. I'm doing it alone. Then you say wahda. You add this ya because you want to say I. Wahdi. All right. Now, I want to say he. I want to say he alone. So again, you use the word wahda. But what is the word that you should use here? What is
Who?
the damir? Again,
Who?
Who? Yes, good, Ansha. So yes, because you want to say he, so here we say who. So the word is wahdahu. Okay, so that is how do you say alone, but for he is alone, you say wahdahu. Okay, now what if I want to say alone, but it is for she? This time this is for she.
He.
He, no, he is similar to who?
Here. Who and
Hiya,
here.
okay, hiya, yes, but here we don't use hiya. You look at this, he and who, this is the second type of domir. We have learned two types of domir, the detached and also the attached domir. The word that you mentioned, hiya, huwa, home, that is the detached domir. In this case, we have to use another type of domir, the attached domir, because we used it with certain words. If you look at the notes or the lesson on the domir, I did mention when do you use the attached domir. There are three ways. First, you use it with possession. You want to say my, his, then you use who, her. If you use it as an object. Third, if you use it with certain words. So here, this is the third way of using who. You use it with certain word, with the word wahda. So you cannot say wahda hiya, wahda anta, wahda huwa, wahda ana. No. You have to use the second domir, which is wahdi, wahdahu. Okay. So, but about ha, now you want to say wahda, you want to use it with she.
Wahdaha.
Wahdaha, yes. So here you have to say wahdaha. Okay. So if you want to refer, you want to say, oh, Aisha reads a book alone. So what is the word for alone? Wahda. And since this is for she, then you say wahdaha. Okay. Now, what about you? I want to say you alone. Male. Again, we use the word wahda, but this time, what is the domir that you should use? You don't say wahda anta, no. So what is the attached domir for anta?
Ta.
Ka, good. So you say wahdaka. This is for you. For you, you say wahdaka. For male. And for female, we say wahda
Ki.
ki. Yes. Okay, good. Yes, that's name. So we say wahdaka. And for female, of course, you have to say wahda ki. All right. So this is how do you use the word wahda. Wahdi, I alone. Wahdahu, he alone. Wahdaha, she alone. Wahdaka, you alone. And wahdaki. Nah, you alone. All right. So which one do you use here? Sorry. Which one do you use? You want to say he reads alone. He reads book alone.
Wahdahu.
Wahdahu. Yes, good. So the answer is, how do you put the word wahdahu in the sentence? Where do we start the sentence? Where do we start the answer? From this question. Ma'aman yumarisu. Naam?
Yumari, Ustaz?
Yes, you start from yumaris. Good. So we say yumarisu Ali al-qira'ah
Wahdahu.
wahdahu. Good. Right? So yumarisu Ali al-qira'ata wahdahu. Okay? So today you learn how to use the word wahdahu. Wahdi. So next time in your essay, or if you ask you to write sentences, you want to say alone, remember this word. Wahdi. You say I alone. Wahdi. Now, al-an at-tadrib, as-su'alul khamis, the fifth question. Uzkur. Now, uzkur fa'idataini. Uzkur, this is a fi'il amar. This is fi'il amar, an instruction to say, mention. That is the word uzkur. Okay? Uzkur. You might hear this word from your Arab friend. They say, uzkurullah. Mention Allah. Or remember Allah. That is another meaning of the word uzkur, remember. Because this is from the word zikrullah. So what do you do when people ask you to do zikr, zikrullah? You remember Allah. You mention Allah's name. So that is the meaning of zikrun. So uzkur, mention fa'idataini. Okay, what is this fa'idataini? And how many? Yes, what is the word? What is the meaning of this fa'idah? Fa'idataini. We have learned this word. Okay, remove the ya and nun. Remove the ya and nun. So what do you get?
The benefit.
Benefit. The word is fa'idah. The word is fa'idah. So fa'idah, one benefit. Fa'idataini, two benefit. So uzkur fa'idataini, mention two benefits min fawaidi al-qira'ah, from or among of the benefits of reading. So there are many benefits of reading. They want you to mention two. Okay, give me the first benefit. What is the first benefit from the text? You can find it here. Muhammad says a'lam anna so until the end. So there are many benefits of reading. So give me the first benefit, a sentence. Yes.
ونقرف كذلك العلوم والمعلومات في المجالات المختلفة.
Mukhtalifah. Okay, so Azam takes from here. Na'rifu kazalika al-ulum wal ma'lumat fi majalatin mukhtalif. Okay, you can take this one, but of course you don't write with the wa. You don't write wa because wa, in this sentence, this is connected to the previous sentences. So in our answer, we do not want to include this. That is number one. Number two, you might want to change this from na'rifu to something else. Na'rifu, we know. You might want to change this to I know. I will be able to know. Okay, but we just stick to this word na'rifu. All right, so na'rifu. Kazalika, we do not want this word because kazalika means also. In our sentence, we don't want to use this kazalika. So you just say na'rifu al-ulum wal ma'lumat. So, okay, so this is the important answer. Fi majalat mukhtalifa, this is optional. In different fields, this is optional. But what is important is here. Na'rifu al-ulum wal ma'lumat. So we take that as the first answer. You just write the faedah. Na'rifu. Okay, what is the answer again, Azam? Na'rifu al-ulum wa al-ma'lumat. Okay, that is the first faedah. Na'rifu al-ulum wa al-ma'lumat. Okay, done, the first one. Okay, now, someone, can you give me the second faedah? The second faedah from the text. The first is na'rifu al-ulum wal ma'lumat. Okay, what is the second faedah? Again, from this one, from this text.
Na'rifu al-madi.
Na'rifu al-madi. Okay, where is that? Na'rifu al-madi. Here, right? Na'rifu al-madi. You can include this as well. Na'rifu al-madi wa tarikh al-ajdad. Because this is considered as part of the sentence. One sentence. Na'rifu al-madi wa tarikh al-ajdad. So we will be able to learn the past and the history of our ancestor. Right? Na'rifu al-madi wa tarikh al-ajdad. Okay. So now we put the second answer. Na'rifu al-madi wa tarikh al-ajdad. Wa tarikh al-ajdad. Okay. So now you have two sentences. How do you join the two sentences? Yes. So we need to add one letter or one word to join the two sentences.
Wa.
Wa, yes, good. So if you have two sentences, you can simply add wa to join the two sentences. All right? Wa na'rifu. Okay. Yes. فهذا هو درسنا أو هذا هو التدريب الثاني. Okay, التدريب الثاني.